Hey guys, Mark Kwok here. Just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you guys. Christmas just passed. Hope you guys had a good one. The New Year is coming, so I thought today I'd talk about probably my favorite purchases rounding out this year, 2022. Some of these items might look familiar, like the first one I'm talking about today, which is an Oliver Peoples sunglass called the Cary Grant. So Cary Grant, obviously a very famous actor back in the day, super classy guy. Oliver Peoples makes a design based on a sunglass he wore a long time ago, and it's right here, this one here, more of a rounded shape in a tortoise shell. And I freaking love these sunglasses, all right? These are Oliver Peoples. I've talked about them in another video where they're really overpriced and honestly, probably not worth the money, especially if you don't really care about sunglasses that much. But if you're looking for kind of the top of the top and a prestige value to some extent of sunglasses, Oliver Peoples is it. And the Cary Grants have become one of their most popular models. Super classic. I think it's timeless in terms of its shape and size and so on. The quality's fantastic. Just make sure you don't lose them because Oliver Peoples, again, are fairly expensive. If we're talking about the cheapest thing here today, we're probably talking about this guy right here. This is a journal, leather-bound journal from Moonster. It's pretty popular on Amazon. You just get this from Amazon. It has this kind of like nice leather thing here, and it's just, I mean, it's just a notebook. It's nothing crazy, nothing special. It's lined and so on. I got this fairly recently, so I'm probably, like 40-30 pages in. I think when a notebook is nice and they look nice, feel nice, and just aesthetically are very pleasing, I think they're begging to be written in. And honestly, who doesn't think that journaling is a great thing for your mind and your soul and so on? I don't love journaling. It takes a lot of time. You have to put pen to paper. It's you know, arduous, and sometimes you're not creative, or sometimes you forget for a while. But we all know that sometimes inspiration strikes at random times, or we need a little therapy in our lives, and sometimes this is our best therapist. Looks beautiful, it's highly reviewed, and it's not too expensive. You can get a discount on it as well. So the Moonster journal, this is the bigger size. I would highly recommend it if you're thinking about journaling or writing a little bit more. Third up, a piece of clothing. Now, I have been going running a lot more, and also exercising and so on. Some of you guys have left really nice comments about how I've lost weight and stuff, so thank you so much for that. But one of the things that I got that made running and exercising a little better was a nice pair of shorts. And so these are the Pace Breaker unlined shorts from Lululemon. I've talked about Lululemon before as far as like making some pants that I really like. The commission pant, you know, they're called ABC pants, where they're made of this stretchy fabric. They make some really great shorts too. This is a short that I think just fits well on the body, is super light, washes quite well, and is comfortable, yet it does have that performance element in the fabric and also in its pockets and things like that. There's an inner pocket inside the pocket that makes things a little bit more, like if you need to put your phone there or something like that. There's hidden pockets with zippers in here. Highly recommended. It's a little bit expensive, but compared to my Nike or Adidas pants, shorts, like these I think are my favorite. Speaking of running, I mean, I don't know if a lot of you guys are runners or exercisers too much, but hey, we all know exercise is a great thing. This is a hat called the Seal hat. It is just a hat for running. And I kind of love this thing. I mean, I never ran with hats. I always ran with my hair kind of coming up and down and so on. But this just holds everything together, but also wicks away sweat and moisture really well, washes quite well. This is the Go Cap, and it is by and far like one of the most recommended caps when you're running. All right, 3 more items. Be patient with me. This is a little different, but I freaking love this thing. This is a game called Wavelength, a board game. I don't think we've talked about board games to this point here, but I'm not going to be able to explain this succinctly and in the best way, but all I got to say is this is a very easy game for people to learn. You can involve teams of like 3 versus 3, 2 on 2, 4 on 4, and it's such a fun time, and it doesn't really get old. It's basically trying to figure out if you and your teammate, are you guys on the same wavelength? Like, for example, if you think something is really nice versus rude, or hot versus cold, like take 2 opposite ends of the spectrum, and do you think you're on the same wavelength as your partners in what you consider hot or cold, in what you consider right or wrong. And when you are, it's so blissful and fun. And when you're not, it's also still fun, because guess what? You're gonna argue about it. You'll be like, hey, no, that's not hot. That's actually warm, blah, 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 blah. And you guys can kind of like duke it out. So Wavelength is a game that I highly recommend. If you're looking for games to play with, guests and things like that, get this thing. It is one of the best games I've played. All right, last two items. This is a jacket. Now, you guys know I love jackets. I need to stop buying jackets, frankly. I have an entire video about my own suede jacket collection, and I just wanted people to know I updated the suede jacket collection with yet another one. But this is a navy sort of bomber jacket by Brunello Cucinelli. Highly expensive at MSRP. I would highly recommend not getting this at MSRP. But it is one of my favorite things that I bought this year. I bought it used. Suede jackets, hit or miss when you're buying it used, but this was in excellent condition and discounted so heavily that I decided to get it. Get a suede jacket sometime. It is my favorite type of clothing. When I look at a suede jacket, I don't know, something stirs in me, and they just feel great. Feel like comfortable. They get so many compliments. They're statement pieces. They're lifetime pieces, hopefully, as well. And so if you like jackets, invest in a suede jacket. Find a real suede jacket, not just like a faux one, and you will thank yourself later. And alas, number 7, this is by far the most expensive of all the purchases I made, and something that you guys have pointed out before, but it is what's on my wrist right now. You guys know I love watches, and this is the 4th watch in my collection, so I really don't intend to go much further than this, but this is the Rolex GMT Master II. This is the Pepsi 16710. It's a pre-ceramic, I think it's a 2006 model, so it's older. And this is an amazing watch, in my opinion. It's a classic, and it rounds out this Rolex collection I've been trying to have of a Daytona, a GMT, and a Submariner. This is the 3rd part of it. I'm kind of finished. I think I'm done with Rolex at this point. So yeah, I'll make a video kind of explaining why did I choose this one over a newer GMT? Why a GMT at all? Does this look too similar to the Submariner that I have? All of that I'll try to answer in a separate video, but what I can say is that this is one of my favorite purchases this year. It is a classic. I chose this specific model for a ton of reasons, and I have no regrets about it. But yes, that is my final purchase that I really enjoyed in 2022. So there it is, guys. My 7 favorite things of 2022 that I bought. I do want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this channel and just continuing to watch and comment and everything. You guys have been so amazing, and there have been so many kind words that have been said to me. This will be my last video of 2022, but plenty to come in 2023. I'll try to post even more because I think I've been a little slow this year. So thank you guys again so much. My name is Mark Kwok. I'll see you guys on the next one.